The Monster Inoue returns and demolishes Jason Moloney. Let's talk about it. Well, the layoff didn't seem to take hold of my boy the way that I thought that it would when I picked Naoya Inoue by unanimous decision. He yet instead stops Jason Moloney at the end of the seventh round. Well, let's go with some pros and cons. Inoue, the pros, all pros. Being as long as he was laid off, coming off that broken orbital bone, he looked very sharp. He looked very fast. He was punching hard. I mean, everything was hard. His jab was hard. He showed good foot movement. He showed a great IQ in there. The cons, nothing. Well, I guess I had to give him one con. I would like to see him move his head a lot more. So I guess I had to throw one thing in there. For Jason Moloney, I would say the pros would be I think he tried to establish his distant boxing game because he didn't want to be in real close with Inoue, but I still think that's a mistake because I think that he can pick you apart even when you stay that far out. The cons for Jason Moloney, honestly, he didn't really do anything wrong. He was just bested by a better fighter. The fight actually was a pretty good fight. I did pick Inoue by UD. I thought that the rust would kick in. I really thought that he would kind of spend the first 4 rounds kind of getting his footing about him, figure out Jason Moloney, and then he would just basically do his thing the next 8 rounds and win an easy UD. But yet instead, he gets a knockout with 2 knockdowns. Inoue did everything right tonight. I mean, he was throwing counter shots. Listen, he was throwing counter shots to the body. Now, you see guys throw counter shots up top, but Inoue was hitting the body with some of those counter shots. And what about that shoulder roll he threw where he feinted with the shoulder, but then came immediately with the straight right hand? I mean, this guy, people who didn't know about this guy, I hope they know about him now. I've been rolling with him for quite a bit now, and I don't see how anybody who's a boxing fan, they don't have this guy as a top 5, top 3 pound-for-pound fighter, especially after what you just saw tonight. I mean, he literally was the whole package. Power, speed, IQ, agility. I mean, he had it all, and he put it all together. When he fights looking like that, it makes me wonder who's going to beat this kid. A lot of people try to give him a lot of stuff because he didn't knock Donaire out, but I think people forget Donaire's a veteran, and I think they forget how good a fighter Donaire was, particularly back in his prime days. So I wasn't at all surprised that he couldn't knock Donaire out. But we know that when guys step up in competitions, the knockouts go down. But Inoue tonight, I don't really have a whole lot more I can say. I mean, he was very close to perfect tonight. I mean, I like everything he did, punching upstairs, punching downstairs, the feints, the good hand movement, the good foot movement. I think that anybody facing him is in trouble. They named a couple of guys at the end of the fight who I forgot. Actually, I'm sorry, y'all. It slips my mind who they said called them out. But listen, let's not play these games. Inoue is not going to be ducking any fighters. Did you see what he did tonight? There's nobody out there he's going to duck. Whenever he does fight again, I expect to see him do his thing again. But other than that, fight fans, I'm going to cut it short because it's been a long night of fights. Give me your thoughts on it. Did you like what Inoue did? Were you impressed with the knockout? I mean, I know I was. What do you want to see him do next? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right here on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's talk about it on Twitter or wherever. Let's give me your thoughts on Inoue and what you'd like to see him do next. Other than that, that's all I got, fight fans. I'll let y'all later.